Blessings to each and everyone. Thanks for coming back to my channel. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. All right, today's video is all about we're talking about the immigration status and for person who have their green card and they want to know how risky it is when you're renewing your green card and if it is a case where you can be deported if you have your green card and it expired for quite a while and you need to renew it. Now I have this immigration lawyer. This is a video I've come across. So I just choose to share it. So other person out there who may have never seen it can get some knowledge of what is going on where the immigration system is concerned and based upon people with their green card or who are trying to get a green card and to get some further information on how all of this thing works because a lot of people they are being panicked based upon all the videos that are out there speaking about immigration status and so forth. So this immigration lawyer, we're going to hear of how he explained some of these things. And you know what they talk about the I-407 and if you're having felony and stuff like that. Now, let's get right into it and hear what you have to say.
But around 10 years ago, her green card expired. And this was a full, unrestricted 10-year green card. It was not a conditional green card. That's a different situation beyond the scope of today's video, but I've made several videos on that exact topic. So if you're interested in removing the conditions on your residency, check those videos out. So this client, we were talking and she admitted to me that her green card expired around 10 years ago. And she told me that she was going through some personal emergencies at the time with her marriage and with the health of one of her children. And it just slipped her mind. She wasn't able to renew it in time. And then she kept trying to renew it over the years, but the cost of it was expensive. And for some reason or another, she just never got around to renewing it. And now she's in my office talking to me almost in tears, explaining that she doesn't want to get deported. She realizes that she's no longer a permanent resident and she wanted to know what she can do to fix this. The main takeaway that I want you to receive from this video is that your green card, the physical card, is not your immigration status. You have permanent residence regardless of whether or not your green card expires, assuming you are physically present inside the United States. There are some exceptions. If you depart the US for more than a year, there might be an argument that you've abandoned your green card, but even then, you're still a permanent resident until you voluntarily sign Form I-407 to voluntarily give up your green card, or an immigration judge orders you deported from the United States. If you've been out of the US for more than a year.
As you just heard, it really let me have to laugh because this lady, she had been in the US. She have a green card from in the 90s. Recently, our green card has been expired for over 10 years. She tried to renewing it, but because of the cost, she didn't get to, and her child was sick. So because of that, she forget to follow up with it. Now, these are the things I talk about, and people will hear and think, say, well, then I'm making up story or it is a lie. A lot of people are being very much neglectful of their status, looking about their documents in order to be legal in this country to be able to travel to and from. Some people, once they are here, they feel as if they are at home, and these things keep happening. A lot of people just, because you will be thinking on the right path, doesn't mean everyone is thinking on the right path. You will try to secure your documents by all means. Same like how you find money to go to party and do certain kind of stuff, save up that money, get your papers in order until she reach a point over 10 years and it has expired. And as you see, when they talk about your green card being expired, a lot of people have all different kind of things to think. But at the same time, as he explained, once you are in the country, it's as if you are kind of, not fully, but kind of okay. But if you are outside the country and your green card expire and you are out, then it's a possibility you may not get in. Anyway, let's continue.
When you fail to renew your green card in a timely fashion? Nothing. You continue to be a permanent resident. Now, it's going to be difficult to get a new job if your employer requires evidence of your immigration status, which they all should. And you're going to have trouble traveling, not only because the airline won't physically be able to prove that you have a right to enter the United States, so they might not let you board, but when you make it to the United States port of entry, let's say you're in Mexico or Canada and you're driving back, you're going to have trouble dealing with Customs and Border Protection. But even if your green card is expired, with some exceptions, if you are still a permanent resident, they will eventually let you back into the United States. I've seen this happen where people have left the United States, lost their green card, and then traveled to Mexico or Canada and then tried to drive back into the US. Immigration will detain you, hold you for a couple hours, fingerprint you, verify your identity, and then they will probably allow you back into the United States because you are, in fact, a permanent resident with or without that card.
A person will leave the country and go outside the country and lost their green card, and what they would have to do is to contact the embassy within the country that they are to let them know about it, that the embassy can give them some form of document so they won't have any problem at the airport when returning. And everyone know once you're working at some places, they will ask you for a legal document in order to work within the country, but not every place do it, right? So that's just how it is. Let's continue.
Now, to answer the central question of this video, how risky is it to renew your green card under Trump's new USCIS? And the answer is not risky at all. In fact, I've seen people with disqualifying criminal histories, people with criminal histories that could render them deportable from the United States, successfully renew their green cards even after the green card has expired. It seems that currently USCIS does not seem to do background checks of any significant nature when you apply to just renew your green card. So if you have a serious criminal history, you should speak with an immigration attorney because these policies can change overnight, and I don't want you to file for a green card renewal and then end up in deportation proceedings because of your criminal history. But generally speaking, just renewing your green card doesn't seem to trigger anything in my experience. And if you're watching this video and you're just afraid because you've seen a lot of immigration enforcement action over the news and you have no criminal history, then I would feel pretty comfortable renewing my green card. Nothing's gonna happen if you don't have any significant criminal history, and even in some instances where people have criminal history, nothing seems to happen when they renew their green card. They just get a receipt notice, an extension notice, and then the green card ends up getting approved and arriving in the mail. So if you got to the end of this video and you're still wondering, yeah, but he doesn't get my personal situation, can I personally renew my green card? If you're worried, you can always schedule a consultation directly with me. We can go through your situation and assess the risks of whether or not you should renew your green card.
What I don't understand in most of these situations, people have their green card and you have a green card, you get a 10-year green card and you allow that green card to expire and you want to renew it. After 5 years, you are eligible to apply for citizenship. Why would you continue on for 10 years to allow it to renew it, to expire, and then you want to come to the point of renewing it? Why? What were you doing? You get a 10 years, 5 years time you can apply for citizenship. Why not? And a lot of people right now, they're also scared to go and renewing their green card. If you have like a 2-year green card, then you know you have to renew it. They will extend it to another 2 years. And if your green card have a condition on it, that is one of the reasons why they give you 2 years, right? And they will give you another one, and then they will probably give you the 10-year afterwards. Most people go ahead and remove the condition from their green card. And one of the things that let a lot of people become panic and scared of what is happening now, because there was a thing, what I heard in Georgia, there are a few people who went to renewing their green card and their green card got taken away and they were, I'm not going to say they were being deported because I didn't hear that part, but I know I heard that they said their green card has been taken away from them. They had the 2 years green card. I don't know what were their status or what causes them to be like that. There can be various reasons for some people to lose their green card. But most of the immigration lawyers, they encourage everyone, if you go to the airport, traveling, don't sign the I-407 because that one means you are voluntarily giving up your green card. They will probably let you through the airport and you don't know that is what you have done until like you travel outside, and when you're coming back, they're gonna tell you you no longer have a green card, so you cannot travel again. Right? So people are here and they do a lot of crazy stuff. This guy, he go on and he spoke about someone who have a criminal record, and they reach out to him to see what they can do. He did advise the person not to apply for a green card again, because that means they would probably issue you a second green card knowing that you have a criminal record. So at that point in time, they're gonna catch up on you, and before you know it, they will like, try to find you, arrest you, and to deport you. Because that's the thing. Once you have a criminal record, then you don't stand a chance with what's going on with this current administration now. Living outside of the country, or you're outside the country while your green card is being expired, I don't think it's going to be all that easy for you to come back through the port of entry, because this administration now, they change up things a whole lot, and there's a lot of things that's changed within the immigration system. So no one should take any risk. Make sure you have your documents together, just like a person who I knew went to a foreign country, and when they were coming back at the airport, they realized, the officer told them, did you know your passport is been expired? And the person said, well, oh no, I didn't realize, etc., etc. But they allow the person to come through that port. But when the person reached to the US, the immigration officer was asking her, how did you come through that airport with an expired passport? But anyway, she's a citizen, she's already in the country, the passport does expire, so they allow her to go through. But with a green card, maybe you don't stand that kind of chance. So everyone has to make sure, do the right thing, check on your documents, and try to stay on the safe side. I'm going to leave his number in the description box. Anyone who need further information for this person, he's an immigration lawyer. You can always call, talk to them, set up a consultation with them to find out how you can go about if your green card is expired, if you have any criminal record, how you can proceed with doing whatever it is you need to do to get your stuff together. So his number and his name will be in the description box. Just go there, check it out, and give him a call and get your documents together. Well, if you make it this far in the video, please give this video a like, and thanks for watching. And as we would always say, if it ain't green, it ain't we. Yes, sir.